Welcome everyone to lecture number 28.6. Okay, till now we have discussed about article 16, okay, in detail. So in this lecture we are going to cover article 17 and we'll see what exactly this article 17 tells us. Okay, so proceeding ahead, we'll see article. Let me make it more bigger. Yeah, we'll see article 17 now. Okay, yeah. So article 17 deals with, it ensures that abolition of untouchability will be there. The word untouchability has not been defined either in the constitution or in the relevant act of parliament. It has been assumed that the word has a well known connotation. Okay, like we all know what exactly it means, so on that basis it will be taken forward. So article 17, within the article 17 there is no exception. Okay, so abolition of, it deals with the abolition of untouchability. Abolition of untouchability. Okay, what does it mean? So untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is forbidden. As per this article 17, it is abolished, it is abolished and its practice is forbidden. It can't be forwarded, it can't be proceed ahead. Okay, and it is an absolute fundamental right. It is there are exception within the article 15 also, we have seen that there was exception. Okay, but this article is completely absolute. It is an article 16 was also not absolute. Okay, but this article 17 is absolute, an absolute fundamental right. Protection of, it comes through, like it comes through the protection of Rights Act of 1955. To make this act effective, this act was brought up, Protection of Rights Act 1955. Okay, so through the scheduled caste also they were considered under this act, and scheduled caste, scheduled tribes were included under it. The Prevention of Atrocities Amendment Act 2015 was also brought up, so for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and all. Okay, so what exactly means atrocities? Like cruel act typically involving by physical activities. So for regarding for prevention of such steps against SC, and STs, the act was brought up, which was known as the Prevention of Atrocities. Okay, so Amendment Act 2015 was brought up. Okay, prevention of atrocities. What does it mean? Atrocities will lead to such acts like cruel act or involving any physical activities will be considered under this. Untouchability here doesn't mean grammatical meaning of it, but historical meaning of social suffering. So let us suppose untouchability is not like uh, let us suppose a person is coming, who is infected with some virus. Okay, who is some infected with virus. So I don't want to touch him, that you are untouchable, don't come near to me. Okay, so that scenario we are not talking about untouchability. Okay, I'm not talking about the grammatical meaning of the untouchability. It is, the meaning of untouchability is here historical social suffering, historical social suffering, where we consider some caste, some person from the particular area or particular section, we consider it untouchability, like we won't touch to them, we won't be he can't touch us, he can't touch our food, we can't his shadows also can't fall on us. Okay, so that kind of practices were being followed. Okay, so it for regarding that only this untouchability is telling here. Okay, so what kind of example? Let us give you an example regarding the untouchability. Let us suppose refusing admission to any person to any public institution such as hospital, dispensary, education institution. That can't be done on the basis of untouchability. Sweepers can sweep but can't enter into the temple because she is belonging to a sweeper class. So preventing any person from worship is also not allowed. Preventing from any person from worshipping or offering prayers in any place of public worship is also not allowed. Okay, we can't do so. Untouchability in insulting, breaching, justifying. So if a legislature did any of this to a lower caste people, he will be disqualified. Okay, so if any legislature also did some activity or insulting, breaching, justifying, so that case also he will be disqualified. So recently in the news we have seen that one political person was belonging to the BJP leader who did who urinate on a tribal person. Okay, so now the chief minister of that state has to come up, and he literally washed his leg because the election is going to happen in the coming season. Okay, so that kind of, see, if you see that how important this untouchability law is there, and now the person has been convicted, there are multiple laws have been convicted against on the case of untouchability to him. What will happen next we don't know, but yes, this is completely prohibited and this is absolute. Okay, this law is completely absolute. So let us suppose a case where an upper caste people had an heated argument with SC/ST, and after going matter to the court, because the case is between SC and ST, this court will assume the case on the ground of untouchability until and unless you prove that the matter was different, not practice of untouchability. Understood? So let us suppose even if you have a any issue with one person, and later you got to know that person is SC and ST. Okay, you got to know that person belongs to SC/ST section. Okay, and he filed a case against you in the court. Okay, and if in the court, if the case went to the court will automatically assume that you have been following untouchability. If that person is telling that untouchability has been followed by them, you have done a certain act, or you are trying to provoke him, or whatever the issue is against you. So court will automatically assume, because the case is against the SC/ST person, court will automatically assume the untouchability case against you, and you have to prove, okay, you have to prove that this matter is not related to untouchability, this is something else. Okay, so if a member of scheduled caste is subjected to any such disability or discrimination, the court shall presume, okay, this untouchability unless the contrary is proved that such an act was committed on the ground of untouchability. Okay, so yes, so this was for the article 17. So within article 17 we'll see that in 2015 amendments, there was one amendment that was done in 2015. In 2015 amendment was done. Okay, so untouchability is abolished, even the practice being continued. Garlanding someone with chappal, shoes. Okay, not in the literal meaning of untouchability, but if you are garnishing someone, garlanding someone with the shoes and all, so it's give a sense of that untouchability only. Okay, not in the literal meaning of you are not touching it, but you are doing such a sin act. Okay, so that kind of thing is being followed yet. Okay, so according to amendment, new more practices were added within this. Okay, according to the 2015 amendment, new more practices were added under the untouchability. What were the acts that were being added with the amendment of 2015? Like tonsuring of head, that removing of head hair from the head, making bald. Okay, so tonsuring of head, if the tonsuring of head is done, that will be an act of untouchability. Okay, tonsuring of head, mustache, or similar acts, okay, which are derogatory to the dignity of the member of SC and STs, will now be treated as offences of atrocities. Okay, even like garlanding someone with a chappal, shoes and all will be considered under the dignity of the SC and STs, and you will be charged under the Untouchability Act, under the violation of the article number 17. Okay, so mustache, let me complete this sentence. Similar or similar acts which are derogatory to the dignity of member of SC and STs will now be treated as offense of atrocities. Okay, the offenses include denying access to the irrigation facilities, forest right, garlanding with chappals, shoes, compelling them to dispose or carry human or animal excreta and all, or dig graves using permitting manual scavenging, dedicating a SC/ST women as Devdasi, and abusing in a caste name also. All those things will be counted under the Act of 17 as per the amendment of 2005. Okay, imposing social or economical boycott, hurting a SC/ST woman by removing her garments, forcing a member of SC/ST to leave his house, village or residence, acts or gesture of sexual nature against member of SCs and STs. Okay, all those such activity will be considered under the article 17, and it is an article 70 is absolute, it is absolute. Okay, so that was all about info regarding this article 17. Okay, I hope you don't have any doubts regarding that. Even if that you want to connect with me, feel free to connect with me on my social media handle accounts. Please like, subscribe our channel. This is a new channel. We really need your support. Okay, please give us like this video if you like it. Thank you.